Hello, YouTube, family, friends, and all. Welcome to my living room. It is Monday, July 8th, and we are live from my channel, Borderline Hoarderish, where hoarding is only cool if you can sell it for a profit. I'm having issues today. Right before I went on, I was wearing a different shirt, and I went and took a drink of my coffee. Ironically, I was wearing my This Day Calls for Stronger coffee shirt. And guess what I did? I spilt all over like minutes before I was supposed to go live. Oh, boy. Let's see who's already in the chat. In the chat. How's everybody's weekend? What'd y'all do over the weekend? It was kind of a little bit of a funky weekend with the holiday towards the end of last week. How was everybody's 4th of July? Who caught or who watched the video on what happened to me on 4th of July? Me and the chillins. What's up, John Jones? I see Darlene, my good vibe, Norgus. Hello, sweetheart. Mary Deathy Deals. Hi, Mary Beth. Just me, Kathy. What's up, girl? My fellow dumpster diver. Joanna, hello. Yes, Mary Beth, 54321. Ciosa Cells, hello, hello. Greg, do page picker. What's up, sir? Nightbot, he's a robot. What's up, Nightbot? Dad's Vintage Garage, how are you today? The frog thing is neat. Are you talking about for the auction tonight? I'm guessing that's what you're talking about. So yeah, that brings me to one first, I guess, announcement. Is tonight is the auction on NASCAR Man 3345, my friend Derek's. The special guest that he's having this week is actually right here in our chat right now. That would be Norgus R, my good vibe Darlene. She has made some really super, super cute hats. Y'all should make sure to come by and check those out. And then, of course, I have some items, and also my sister from another mister, Rebecca Kruder, will also be there. What's up, Adam? Adam says, hello, Kimmy, getting ready to drive. Great to see you. Good to see you too, sir. Barry, what's up, Thrifty Santa? How are you? Hello, Swift Seller. All right. So how was everybody's weekend? See how everybody's weekend is before we get too far into 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move your ass, because we don't cuss around here Mondays. What's up, Angie, Treasure Vintage? Y'all, Angie, if you guys are not following Angie on Instagram, you absolutely should be. She has such unique items and an eye for, well, finding cool stuff and also taking pictures of it. And by the way, thank you, Angie. Shout out to Eat Sleep Amazon for the amazing cup that she got me for my birthday. Isn't this cute? Today will be magical. Believe in yourself. That goes for not only myself, but every single one of you. Believe in yourself. Really, at the end of the day, you and you alone are the only person that you can control. You know, and your best cheerleader is yourself. You know, if you depend too many people on too many people to be your cheerleaders for you, you're going to unfortunately probably be quite disappointed. And the saying is true that you must love yourself before you can love anybody else. I used to always think that that was so stupid. I was like, that's dumb. But I had kids, and that really kind of opened my eyes, you know, to a few things, really knowing honestly what love was, but how important it is even as a parent, you know, a friend, a mother, daughter, sister, whoever it is, how important it is that you have to take care of yourself before you can fully, really honestly love. And I know that, yes, when you have kids, that your kids need to be number one priority. Don't get me wrong. My kids are absolutely my priority, but they also need their mom, me, to take care of herself so that I can live a long, beautiful, healthy life and show them how to adult themselves. I don't want them to ever think that you need to, just because you got responsibilities, that life is miserable. It's not. It's not. If you're that miserable in life, you need to do something about it. Really. Let's say. In the chat. I sold a shirt on Posh, but didn't have a SKU on it. Looking now, says Joanna. So my daughter and I are going to actually take on Posh soon. I think we're going to set it up this week. Well, I already have a Posh account. I just don't do anything with it. And she's going to be the main person to kind of oversee it. Of course, I will be there to help, but I want her to learn. She already knows, about pictures and taking pictures of things and the whole visual effect and customer service and all of that. I told her I wasn't going to do it all by myself. What's up, Tanya? How are you, sweetheart? Greg says, I have all my digits, so I've got that going for me. That's good. That's good. Did anybody catch the guy who had a bunch of fireworks, a video of the guy who had a bunch of fireworks in his pocket and went and lit a firework in front of him, and one of the sparks came off and lit the fireworks that were in his pocket? Oh, boy, I bet that man peed his pants. He was lucky that he didn't get far more injured, because that was crazy. I got some serious issues going on with my screen here. Just because I'm having a bit of an off day doesn't mean that my entire day has to be like that, because you can change your day, the flow of your day at any time you want. Just because your morning starts off rough doesn't mean the whole day's got to be like that. And if it is, you are the one who's choosing for it to be like that. I know, here I am telling it like it is. There she goes. Hey, y'all should appreciate it. It's crazy how many, I'm sure you guys have friends like this who you're like, okay, just tell me the truth. But yet they won't. They won't give you their honest opinion on whatever it is. We always feel like somebody's going to get offended, or you got to sugarcoat something. There's a way to go about talking to people in a respectful, genuine, from a genuine place, without it being, super hurtful. And I figure the truth will set you free, really. So it's better to be honest than it is to not. Honesty is the best policy, right? Bye, Angie. Thank you, Treasure Vintage, for coming by. What's up, Tony? Hello, Edwana. I think I said that right. Melissa, what's up, my friend? I love you, Melissa. Nobody's told you today, Melissa, how amazing you are. I am here to say that you, ma'am, are amazing, and I love you. Hopefully she heard that. Then I just read the rest of that sentence. She'll be right back. If she comes back, I'll have to tell her to rewatch that part. Misha! Hair flip! That's actually perfect for Melissa, too. Oh, that's funny. What's up, Misha? How are you, bestie? Kim, I literally have almost everything on eBay copied to Posh. That's awesome. All by myself. Wait, who's all by themselves? I'm all by myself right now. Dan, the CN Tool Man. How about the fireworks war in Arkansas? What? There was a fireworks war in Arkansas? What do you mean? Fill me in. Give me the details, Dan. Tell me all. Caesar's droning time. Hello. Cliff, Boondock by Cell. What up, Cliff? How are you? Hello, my Canadian friend. How is your, I guess you guys have Canadian or Canada Day, right? Which is a couple days before. Maybe you do shoot off fireworks on the 4th too. I don't know. I would. I'd just do it both days. We couldn't shoot off fireworks here. You guys have not watched the video of my 4th of July. You absolutely should be. Who watched that video? Let me see a hands. No. Throw down a heart or something in the chat if you watched that video. What's up to Crazy Card? I see you, Mike. I'm kind of truthful. People can't stand it. Isn't that silly, though? Like, I would rather somebody just tell me the truth rather than not. And even if it hurts a little bit, I'd rather know. I'd rather know than not. It's like even teaching my kids, you know, lying, it really just only makes whatever you did far worse. They get in more trouble for lying than they do whatever the heck it was that they did. Deep Thoughts by Kimberly. True, right? I'm blue. Yeah, I don't know why you weren't blue before. I know I have a lot of blue in my chat. I heard different opinions about that. But you know what? To be honest, anybody who's blue in my chat has watched me for long enough for me to sort of get to know them, at least to the extent of, like, I really do feel like you guys are my friends. And I know what it's like, even if it seems kind of silly, to be blue in a chat. You know, it feels pretty good. Maybe you don't think so, and that's fine. But I want everybody to feel welcome. That's how I am, you know. And if people don't like it, they obviously haven't watched me long enough to realize that everybody who's blue in my chat is a friend to me, you know, because they've watched me enough to where, or I've talked to them enough to where I feel like we've developed a friendship, and you deserve to be blue. If you're blue, I like you. If you're not, I just may not know you, or I don't like you. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I like most people. There are a few that I don't. What up, Steven? Anamora. That's crazy, Dan. He says, you've got to find that video. They were shooting them at police and each other. What's wrong with people? Seriously. Sourcing. I love your saying, be yourself, otherwise no one will recognize you. Yes, that is one of my favorite sayings is, you know, if you're not yourself, then how are those looking for you going to find you? You know, if you strive so much to try to be somebody else, all of those that are looking for exactly who you are without trying, you're just being you, they're never going to find you. You know, it's okay for people to not like you. It's okay. What's the big deal? I mean, really, it's their loss if they don't want to take the time to get to know you. And does it hurt when people leave, you know, cruddy comments? Yes. Yes, it does. It does hurt. You know, does it really matter, though, at the end of the day? Like, no, it doesn't. It really doesn't at all. It's their loss. That's what I figure. I find people love liars, says Lynn. What up, Lynn, by the way? Yeah, there's a lot. There is fake people in the world, for sure. Melissa! So you'll have to go back, Melissa, a couple minutes and see when I read your first comment or the second comment or whatever it was. Because I hadn't read the part of you coming back, so I said something to you. It was funny. Yeah, if I ask you if I've got anything in my teeth, tell me. Don't let me walk around with chili cheese fry residue between them. Amen. Just me, Kathy. Exactly. See? Like, if I'm asking y'all, does this shirt look all right and it looks terrible, just tell me. Maybe not the best choice, Kim. You will be missed at eBay Open. Oh my gosh. So at first I was completely against it, Greg. I just kept thinking, oh, it's going to be hot and it's July and who wants to go to Vegas in July? So I didn't bother even trying to plan. And you guys have to remember, my YouTube live world began mid-January. So I didn't, I guess, understand fully how many amazing relationships and friendships that were going to be developed since January. And even before that, it wasn't that I wasn't in the chats, because I was, but doing lives, being a little more organic about things. I had a couple videos up late December, maybe or mid-December, but I kind of regret not trying to get that all figured out, and finances together now, because I bet it's going to be so much fun. Seriously. Like, I bet it will be a blast. Next year, I'm for sure going, especially because I know my friend Beth, who is making a debut of a whole new channel, new channel name. Her name now is 10 of Hearts. She's making a new debut, a new her, sometime the beginning of August, but she is going to eBay Open next year, along with Hickory Springs. And so I'm absolutely for sure going to go. I'm going to plan ahead. What up, Tommy? Margaret Effect. Come on. Motivate me. What's up? What's up, D Flipping Particles? All right, let's see. Shamrock Pixie. Hello, my Irish twin. All right. Am I caught up? What's up, Ricardo, Storage Pirate? I don't care what people say. I agree. Oh, well, I can't say that because, sometimes it does hurt. I do care what people say, but I just try not to let it dictate my life. He's sitting on my right shoulder right now. Oh, Mr. Pickles? Mr. Pickles is so cute. You know that I'm so jealous that you have a bird, because I love birds. I love birds. My dad and my stepmom have had a bird or multiple birds for the last 25 something years, and I love birds so much. They have a blue and gold macaw. Her name is Margie. She sounds like Margie from The Simpsons. Very, very pretty girl. Little sassy pants she is. I love that bird so much. She's funny. Birds are funny characters. All right. Let me make sure I don't. Mid-January this year. Yes. Yes, that's when I started my YouTube. I jumped in the rabbit hole. YouTube. Yes, and Storage Pirate is Ricardo, or as I like to tease him sometime, only because of just Sandy, Rickberto. But his name is Ricardo. What's up, Mr. Turtle? Hi, Matt, BK Vending. Maria, it's all right. You're not late. I haven't even got to the great day. Well, I guess it's 22 minutes in, but I was just trying to catch up with y'all. See what was happening. D says it's so expensive. Yeah, it is. But that's why I need to plan ahead. And then, of course, I've had a few heavy hits and some out-of-the-ordinary bills. Which also reminds me, I'm doing a little test of testing out pop-up sales. I love the auction idea. I think it's amazing. I can't necessarily commit to doing something, a whole nother show every, single week, just for the fact that when school starts, it's really hard for me to make everything permanent always. And I don't like to say yes to something and not be able, to do it. But I wanted to kind of test out the pop-up sale, and also yeah, just kind of see how it worked in doing. It's not an auction style. It's going to be buy it now. And I am doing a few giveaways. So that is going to be this Wednesday. I had a hard time trying to pick times and when to do it because I don't like necessarily to overlap. It depends on who it is. You know, if you go live like a lot, then it's really hard for me to not overlap in that. But for example, Adam's Exploits, he goes lives on Wednesdays. And it's the only permanent, like the only show that he does. I know that he's on other channels and he has been doing more lives from his channel, but I like to be there and to support my friend and to watch his show. So I made sure to do it after that so I didn't overlap that. I can't do that every single time. So I try at least to not do it for one of the shows that people, have. Life's about to get real busy again. School is 4 weeks away. And, gosh, I should show you all the school list that I have. But I like to coupon for school supplies. It takes a little bit of planning, so that's what I'm doing, and I have to do it ahead of time. It's going to be busy. Also, this Friday is another episode of The Crazies Come Out at Night, Game Night Edition. I'm excited. I'm excited because I had so much fun the last game night. It was a blast. Shamrock says he's listening to you and Fluffy, which he's so cute. He's so cute. I couldn't figure out what he was doing the other day when he was like, it sounded like he was sneezing. Sneezing. Birds are so quirky. They do such funny little things. What's up, STP? All right, am I close enough down here in the bottom? You know what? Some of the best names for her animals is Misha. Misha Renee names her animals the funniest names. I love it. I love how you guys all say hi to each other. Isn't it awesome to feel welcome in a chat? Those are some of my favorite ones. Where you walk in, or I'm not walk in, but I don't know, virtually stroll in, and everybody is so welcoming. It makes you feel good, man. Maria says, I hear you. Kimmy went from kids to grown-ups in between their meal times. Dimension, my schedule is very unpredictable. Yeah, it's craziness. Need to go shop. Catch ya over there. Michelle. Oh, there's Misha. I had so much fun talking to you on the phone, by the way, bestie. You're awesome. Nobody's told you to say how amazing you are. I'm here to say that you, Misha, my bestie, are amazing. All right, so I wanted to do, so the other day, I was thinking about the fact that it's July. And, the beginning of January, the end of December, you start thinking about your New Year's resolutions. And you're like, all right, and you get this big old list. I'm going to lose 10 pounds. I'm going to walk more. I'm going to drink more water, less soda. I'm going to list this many items per day. I'm going to make this much money, and all these things. And most of those start to kind of fall off of the list after the attempt. Who knows how long, maybe it's a couple weeks, maybe it's a month, maybe it's half the year. And it's the issue behind that is not restarting. People get discouraged and think, oh, well, I'm just going to have to wait all the way till the next year, starts. Who made up the whole New Year's resolution things anyways? Why aren't we trying to make our life better every single day of the year? Every day. every day. So I was thinking the other day I was like, oh, well, I haven't accomplished this goal, and I haven't accomplished this goal. I have a little list, and all of the goals that I had, and there's so many that I didn't fill in yet. And so I thought that was kind of silly that I was being discouraged. I felt discouraged about the fact that I haven't filled it all in. And I thought to myself, well, that is no reason for me to quit in reaching whatever goal. Because let's say I don't make it by December, in some of these goals, that's all right, as long as I continue to keep trying. Because you will fall, you will fail, but guess what, folks? You're going to be just fine. I'm telling you. You wake up in the morning breathing again, be grateful. Don't get so discouraged, and definitely do not compare your journey to somebody else's. That is one of the worst things you could do. Absolutely. I mean, I take YouTube, for example. I've seen people where they started at a similar time as me, and they are way higher up in numbers, and good for them. But for me, I can't get that in my head and be worried about that. First off, I had a goal to hit certain numbers and make a certain amount of videos and do all these things in a whole entire year, span. So I think I'm doing pretty well. There was a few little hiccups, all right, where I took a few weeks off, and like my friend Pat D72 said, got lazy. He's right. I got lazy and stopped doing lives. But that doesn't mean I just had, I see so many channels who do that and quit and don't come back. Which, to each their own. Everybody has their own reason for things. Don't be discouraged when you have that, you have that moment where, and even if you did say, let's say you quit, and then you regret it, get off your behind and do it again. What is it around here? You're going to count backwards from 5 all the way down to 1. You're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And what are you going to do? You're going to get up off your behind and you're going to move yo ass. For real. Jazz, of course, I'm not cut up again, but what up? What the hells? And congratulations. Special shout out to Jeremy and George for hitting 100,000 subscribers. That is incredible. And I'm so stoked for you guys. They have amazing goals and ambitions. And I am happy to be able to watch the journey that's unfolding for them. They both have amazing hearts and are going to do great, great things. I'm excited to see them travel. And as they say, they're going to buy storage units for their fans. So make sure to stay tuned to their channel to find out more about that, because I know there's a little bit of an application process through that. I think that's amazing. Such a good idea. Greg wants to know, do Paige Pickle, how old were you when you had your first heart surgery? So I was actually born with what's called ASD. It's atrial septal defect or disorder, basically a very big hole. Babies in their mother's womb actually has this hole open, and when you're born, it's supposed to close up and never be a problem. Well, for me, it did not close, which developed, the hole became bigger. By the time I was 20, it was 2.5 inches. I did not know of this said hole until I was pregnant with my daughter. I just sort of just thought that it was normal to be so kind of out of shape. I could go on and on about all 5 of my heart surgeries, but we'd be here for the next 10 hours. I love your plant hanger. Yeah, Mark, isn't it cute? My mom gave me that. I put the little plant in there. I do have little lights, which I would light up, but I'm wearing really short shorts, and I sometimes space that I'm wearing such short shorts, so trying to keep it appropriate. I have Pat in my head. Sit down, Kim. Who has got a new channel? Who's got a new channel? Wait, Craig. What's up, Craig, by the way? Land Shark Picker, you have a new channel. Shamrock says, oh, and Mr. Pickles purrs like a kitty. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, we should totally do a hangout. And I kind of miss doing a hangout with you. It's been a minute. Melissa says, hello. Everybody's just saying hi. Just saying hi. George is sleeping. Jeremy's driving and matching. Well, keep your eyes on the road. Get that finger smashing. Happy George, fun employed. Yeah, I love that shirt, by the way. I might have to get myself one of those. I think she said that it'll be out like at the end of the week. Their merch is what I'm talking about. I made a couple dumpster diving clips from last night's dive. I may try posting them on my channel. That's awesome. You totally should. I'm excited because I got that GoPro for my birthday, which is going to make filming dumpster dives way easier than me to try to do it myself, because I like to actually jump in the dumpster. I'm all for it. Makes it hard when you have to try to film in different angles. I think what I'm going to do is just strap it to me. Yes, safety first. Landshark says, who wants to be normal? What is normal? Melissa W says, Swift Seller, I have 131 subs and haven't gotten my channel going yet, but I will. Yeah, you should, Melissa. What's up, Maggie Doodle? How are you? Her name is so cute. Lady Freebird. Hello, Anne-Marie. She sells by Sue. At least you have a shirt on today. Wait, what? Are you talking about Gazette Live? Where it looked like I wasn't wearing a shirt. But now I have to explain to the audience. I don't go live shirtless, just so everybody knows. I was wearing a tank top. It was gray. I went on the panel on Pat's channel for not this recent Saturday, but the one before that. And I think it was the one before that. Yeah. And apparently it appeared with the angle that my camera was that I was not wearing anything. Y'all, I don't roll like that. Come on now. That's funny, though. What's up, Trista? Happy Monday. Monday, Tuesday. Uniquely me. Hey, Tracy. Aaron Marcus. Wow, there's so many awesome people in here. You guys are all awesome. If nobody's told you yet today, to the entire YouTube community, those that are watching now, those that will watch the replay, I just want all of you to know that all of you are amazing. Everyone. It really does mean a lot to me to have people take time out of their day, you know, to hang out and watch and listen to me ramble. What's up, Connie? Jameson's Closet. I know I saw somebody else just rolling in here. And again, don't forget, tonight, auction, NASCAR Man 3345. Tracy! Hello, Tracy. Just living my life. Living my life in a hotel. I shouldn't have even started that. It was stuck in my head. I got sunshine on a cloudy day. Singing is life. Music is life. We are a community of awesome, normal people. Yeah, totally. You're definitely normal, Jeremy. I don't mind being odd. I've always been an oddball, a misfit. I'm okay with it. So wow. Who's a gold digger around here? I love that saying. Hashtag gold digger. I will say this. It is definitely helpful to write down your goals, make a dream board, do whatever it is that's going to put it out there into the world that you can see, at least visually at some point, whether that's with pictures, whether that's a reminder on your phone, whether that's your Fitbit watch sending you, an alarm to do great things. Maybe you write it on a board or just sticky notes all over your house, whatever it is, it's good to at least do something. You can wish upon the stars all you want, but you have to make a map to get there. Unfortunately, life doesn't, it's not easy all the time. You don't get stuff just handed to you. You got to work for it. And when you're not feeling motivated, use the rule, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Apply that and get up off your butt and move your ass. You're not going to find motivation to take out the trash, maybe to mow the lawn, to lift. I know there's a million people who, maybe not a million, that's probably exaggerating, but I know there is a lot of the reseller community who does not like to list. Well, either you need to hire somebody to do that part for you, or you need to suck it up, buttercup, and just do it. And if you're continuing to make excuses all the time, try to get up in the morning and do the priorities first. Get the hard stuff out of the way first. Don't wait till towards the afternoon, till later in the day when you're going to come up with another lame excuse as to why you can't get something done. You are your biggest obstacle, just you and you alone. It's not everybody else. It's not the kids. I get that kids can make things a little difficult in trying to plan, but there really is no excuse, really, to get things done. You might have to adjust your time schedule, or you might, it's like, so when I used to go extreme couponing, I would bring my children with me. My daughter, in those stages of the extremeness, where I was stocking shelves, like looked like I had lived in a grocery store kind of couponing, I did it with my daughter would have been, 6, 7. No, older than that, because her brother was alive. So Brayden was little, though. She's 14. He's 8 now. So this was 6, 7 years ago. And I could have easily just not done it. I was living in Kansas at the time. The store was an hour away. It wasn't always very fun, of course, to drive, that route, really, with 2 small children. Tornado Alley is interesting to drive sometimes. But I would plan out my day, try to do everything in one day, which was a long day, but I did what I absolutely, had to do. And I made it fun for the kids by having Lily check things off on the cart. Or, I cut out a bunch of coupons that I wasn't going to use, and I gave them to her to put in her own little coupon book. I involved the kids. If they want attention, they're being bratty because they want attention more times than not. I'm not saying to necessarily cave into their bad attitude, but just redirect that into more of a positive, because these are things you could be teaching them. You don't teach them just to ignore the responsibilities, to push it off to the end. No excuses. No excuses. Derek says, you have to pick your car soon. Yeah, I need to go back and watch that. I will. Love that song. Yeah, I sing it, Sue, a lot to Norgus R. Well, I send it to her in private messages, but I haven't sing it quite a lot on lives. You never know what I'm going to end up singing on a live. Can't dig gold as my shovel's broken. It's no good, Craig. Don't get me started on the whole gold thing. Netflix is evil. When I first got Netflix, I did a little binge watching of Hunting for Gold. there's actually a river that's very close to here that you can't go gold panning in right now because the water is way too high. But the end of winter and also beginning of winter are pretty good times to where you can see the sand in the river and get down there far enough to go gold panning. Well, I see people do it all the time right there. And when I got Netflix, came across a gold channel. I don't know how many hours I spent on that. It's not good, people. I'm ashamed. I know that there's got to be something that y'all secretly love to watch. Maybe it's a YouTuber. Maybe it's a show. Maybe you just love it and you're not secretive about it. It wasn't like I was in my room, watching the gold show. I learned all kinds of stuff, though, about it. I knew a little bit. There's a lot of gold mines that are here that you can come and tour. And so I've been into that since I was little. And today it's goal, like kicking a soccer goal. That's kind of goal digging we're doing since we are past the halfway point in the year. And I know that a lot get discouraged by looking back and realizing all the things that they have not accomplished. We need to turn that mindset around, fuel that fire, and get it. Maybe you're not going to get every single goal. That's all right. That's all right. As long as you keep trying, as long as you keep going. Whatever you've been doing for these 6 months, let's say if there's things that aren't working, then you need to adjust that. 6 months of working at something, and if you keep getting, it keeps failing is pretty good idea, or should be a little bit of a red flag to you that maybe you need to do something a little different. You don't necessarily have to completely change whatever it is that you're working on. There are a lot of things you don't need to reinvent the wheel for. You just got to adjust accordingly. Everybody's different. What works for me isn't going to work for, may not work for all of you. What up, Triple C? How are you? Smoky High Life Gaming says, what's good, Borderline? I'm doing excellent. How are you, Smoky? Kimmy, what did your mother tell you when you got dressed by myself? What? Like when I was little? What are you talking about? My mom, who is amazing, does give great advice. And one of the things that always sticks with me is that, for example, and here's a little fun fact. So I used to be a smoker, cigarettes, very bad habit. So was my mom for, I don't know how many years. She quit probably 15 years ago or something, maybe 10 years ago. I'm not sure. She told me the thing that always keeps her from ever restarting a bad habit is remembering how hard it was to quit. So it's like if you give up soda and you start to feel good and then you cave and start drinking it, like just keep that in your head that it's going to be that much harder the next time around. And it's okay to have these little moments of, I guess, relapse in that sense. Just don't let anything ever control your life. A substance should never control what you do. If it's affecting your life, then it's probably a problem. Woohoo! Did you hit it again, Derek? What are you at? Craig, you're too funny. Kids make it a little more difficult, but it can still be done. Yeah, so when I was a general manager, I worked very long hours. And even through the night, I would come home, and that was the only time that I wanted to spend with my kid, whatever I could during those evening hours. So instead of coming home and doing all the laundry and doing, whatever it was, I would take the time to hang out with her and do those things after she went to bed. Did it make for a really long night? Yeah, it did. But you know what? It also made for a lot of memories. My daughter never should ever come out of her mouth that I was not there, because I have done my best to be there as much as possible, you know, and time-wise. And one of the reasons that I quit from being a general manager was health-wise, but also the fact that I missed my daughter. It wasn't worth as much money as I was making to miss out. Like, I'm happy and content with never being a bazillionaire. Would it be nice? Like, of course. But if it's going to take me working, you know, 12, 13, 14 hours, whatever it is, every single day to do that and missing out on everything there is with my kids, then there's not $1 million in the world that's worth that. I resell for the freedom, you know, and I'm not saying, again, I'm not saying that that's a problem. You know, for those that are resellers who have these big high dollar goals, more power to you. You know, if that's what makes you happy, then that's fine. But for me right now, while my kids are still here underneath my roof, my goal is to spend as much time making as many memories as I can. You know, we don't know when our last day is. You don't get 1,000 years to live, you know, and I don't want to be 60 or 70 or 80 and then retired and enjoying life. I want to enjoy it while I can move still. For real. I see It's Pat the Reseller says, I'm present and accounted for. That always makes me laugh every time I see you say that. Nightbot, you're doing a great job at putting out the links. I need to go back up here and see. Was watching Pat D's live in New York. Yeah, that was so cool, huh, Melissa, watching him. I felt like I was there. He was strolling along on the bus, going to wrestling. Pat D's going to take his boys to go watch some wrestling. That's my goal. No death pile. Y'all need to stop calling it a death pile. It's a money pile, folks. Money pile. I bet you if you thought about it more like that, it wouldn't be kind of a negative and it's not that I don't have piles that are a little scary. Again, use that method. Count backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you get up off your butt and you just do it. Don't sit there and go, oh, I'll do it this day or this day. If you have the time now, do it now. Joanna says, I know, right? Kim, my son and daughter love helping. You're little sweet Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please. Grocery shopping and picking out veggies. See, that's the best way, man. And my children have never been the ones to where my son thinks he needs everything, of course, but I don't necessarily cave to that. And we'll go to the store and I'll be like, okay, buddy. For example, we got to pick out a vegetable for dinner. And he, of course, makes a face like he's going to die. Oh, you know, oh, vegetables. But I tell him, this is not, you know, you're going to eat a vegetable. I'm going to give you 2 choices. There is no third choice. You can either pick out carrots or you can pick out green beans. Those are your choices. There are no other options. So I force him to have to only pick one or the other. There is no trying to great debate with mom inside of the grocery store on what we need. This is what we're getting. We're not getting anything else. If he wants to get something for himself, then he needs to, you know, do some more chores, whatever it is, to earn his little stars that he puts, the little sticker stars that he puts on his little chart. And when he fills that up, then he gets to choose either to pick out something or to go do something fun that maybe is a little more costly than a lot of the free stuff we like to go to. I'm going to take you gold mining. Yeah, you guys swing by Colorado? Let's do it. That'd be a hoot. It'd be a hoot. I like me some rocks, too. I need to watch that video that y'all did about rocks. Fun fact, I'm a rock nerd. I am. I have a lot of rocks. Shh, don't tell anybody. I hoard rocks. I love to watch American Pickers. Yeah, that's a great show, right? What's up, Gina? Gina. Urban Biking Explorers. Heard the bell on my phone since I didn't set the reminder. Does anybody actually get that? So when I first started setting reminders months and months, many moons ago, about lives, it would give me out a reminder notification 30 minutes ahead of the live. That does not happen anymore. Even if the bell is hit on somebody or the reminder, it does not give me notification. And it's kind of confusing because when you go into it, if you go into a reminder ahead and it's within that hour ahead or before the live, it doesn't count down the minutes anymore necessarily. It's not like, yeah, it's just confusing. I hope that they fix all that. Bad Kimmy, glad you quit. Yeah, I know, horrible habit, right? Every time you say my mom, you say she's amazing. Yes, she is amazing. I'm still mad at her, though, that she's moving to Arizona. Kind of hoping to turn her into a YouTube live junkie with me. I'm definitely her mini her. We are very similar in personalities. She's a great person. Up and down, but YouTube has acknowledged it. Well, awesome. Don't ever get stuck on that, the number thing. I'm happy when people hit 1,000 because it does give them the opportunity to go live from their phone. But don't get stuck or discouraged on that. Just keep doing your thing. Keep putting out content. If you're putting out content and you're stuck at certain numbers for months and months and months and months and months, you might want to adjust what you're doing just a little bit. Just keep putting stuff out there, though, until something sticks. What up, Rebecca? Oh, I should. Lady Freebird, sir, do you not have your other channel? I should turn you back blue. I know you're blue on the other one. Kimmy's teas. Yeah, I need to put up my Teespring. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. Silly, right? You sound like Jolene. We're going to have to start an area called Jolene's Rock Garden. Yes, that's my girl. That's awesome. I love rocks. All kinds of rocks. It's a little sad, really. One time I'll show you all my rocks. I can't show you all of them because there's a lot of rocks. But I do like rocks. I can't help it. I always have since I was teeny tiny. The kids and I, whenever we go somewhere, we will hunt down a flat rock or a rock that I can at least write on. And I'll write on it in black Sharpie, like what day and where we were at when we picked out that rock. And then I take a clear coat and I spray it so that it doesn't ever fade. And then we have a rock from all the places that we ever went to. It makes me think of our family dog growing up. Her name was Abigail. And she loved rocks. We had this little area right outside of our front door that I don't remember if it had a bush or something in it. I don't know. Like maybe some flowers at some point. I mean, this was in the mountains. So the growing season for anything is already short here in Colorado. But then you go up to the mountains and it's really, really short. You have to be planting flowers that are really deep rooted. If you expect them to be surviving for more than just the short period of time that they'll grow up there. So the dog used to go bring all kinds of things home. And she would drop it off on the front porch, like always real proud. We'd hop off the bus and be walking down the driveway. And she'd be wagging her little tail, like really excited. I mean, for example, she brought home once a pair or set of elk lungs. Yeah, that was, I don't know where she got that. Another time she brought home 3 elk legs. We don't know. Maybe still to this day there's an elk running around with only 1 leg. No, I amuse myself. But she would also bring rocks, and she was always really proud. And we got tired of like chucking the rocks off over the hill every time she'd bring them. So we just started piling them in the little garden, or the little, I don't know, area right next to the front porch. And over years and years and years, there was all kinds of rocks in it. So every time I see like areas of rock gardens, and that's what I always think of is Abigail bringing home some rocks. It's a happy, good feel memory. It's in the advanced settings. Oh, I missed something. Only sometimes YouTube reminders work. Yeah. That's why I think sometimes it's good to have a set show, at least a certain time that you always go live, so that you don't have to worry about that, because it's, you know, everybody, for example, Derek, NASCAR Man 3345, more toys, more fun. He does his Friday races with the Hot Wheels. Well, he does them every single week at the same time. So people always know on Friday, 4 p.m. Mountain Time, 5 p.m. Central, that he's going to be doing his races. So I think it helps when you have a show that is kind of a set, you know, a set time. Not that, you know, necessarily being so spontaneous is bad. I just think it makes it easier. What's up, Bill? And by the way, Bill, I appreciate all the comments that you always make on all my videos, and even in other chats saying hi to me. I do recognize that. I am watching. All right, I'm actually, I can't believe that an hour just already went by. Let me catch up in the chat here. So what do we learn today about goals, y'all? Just because you haven't accomplished them doesn't mean that you won't. Pretty much take the New Year's resolution and throw it out the window, because that's a lame excuse to only get shizzle done around the beginning of a year. You have all year to accomplish your goals. It's just like, you know, did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed? Well, maybe, but you can change your day at any time. That applies for whatever you're trying to accomplish. You know, you can keep trying and keep going, or even starting now. Like, let's say you had a goal to start walking 2 miles every day, and you still haven't done that yet. You can do it now. It's okay. You can do it right now. What's up, Gate City Picker? Lisa C. The humidity has been awful. Yeah, the humidity is crazy here, and I live in Colorado, and humidity is not common, not in these types of percentages. And for as long as it is, it's like every day I feel like I'm sticking to everything. You know what I figured, though? I thought, well, maybe it's prepping me for travel, since I want to travel and explore and do things that I've never been able to do, because my heart was messed up for most of my life until I got my pacemaker. And then even then, when I got my first pacemaker, it was still a little, you know, jack fizzled. But when I got it moved, which was my last heart surgery, which was a year ago, I feel a lot better. And, you know, I went to the cardiologist a couple weeks ago, and he told me that I have basically 3 to 4 years left on my battery. So I need to be hitting some goals, one of them being traveling. I want to do it, because reality is there's a lot of risk with every surgery I have, of complications, and there's a long recovery time in the pacemaker world, because of the fact that they take the leads and they attach it to your heart. Well, they want that part to scar over and the rest of it to really hold, because even doing motions like this and all this is things that I was not allowed to do, because it could rip out your leads, and you rip out your lead and you're 100% dependent upon your pacemaker, that means lights out for life. You know, something happens to my pacemaker, I don't have more than 30 seconds for, oh, lovely train, for, you know, I don't have anything but 30 seconds to try to fix that. And then it's impossible, really. I'm going to shut my door real quick. My front door. Gotta live a train. A peanut laid on a railroad track. His heart was all aflutter. Long came number 9. A toot-toot peanut butter. Kim, do you like to paint rocks? That's our new hobby. So I have painted rocks. I've been painting, it's just been a minute. I've been painting rocks though since I was teeny tiny. My grandma is an artist herself, and we would go in California. She lived in California. And we would go and pick out some rocks, some bigger rocks, usually more rounded. And she would get this special clay, and we would like put little, I don't know, chimney stacks on it and make like a little area for the door or little window sills. So I've been painting, and we would make rock houses. So I've been painting rocks for quite some time. It's just been a minute. I want to, though, actually, to do a cute little craft with my son and leave them places because he's picked up a few. My fields grow rocks like crazy. I pick one rock, 4 more show up for the funeral. That's hilarious. Yes, the bottle cap challenge is funny, Melissa. Thank you for sharing that. That was so much fun. Night boss. Yumi and Benny. I know that train live. Yeah, the train is. It's why the rent is cheaper around here, which I'm grateful for, but I kind of want to throw rocks at the train. I would never do such a thing, but I really want to throw big rocks at the train. I would never wish it to crash, though. It drives me nuts. Choo-choo peanut butter. Kathy says, I used to paint rocks when I was 8 and would go door to door and sell them to the neighbors. Yes, that's thinking smart. Oh, there's Joy in here. Hello, world. Hi, Joy. How are you? Be the difference. All right, so I'm going to start wrapping this up. I hope that it inspired you to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move your as and be a gold digger, folks. Not gold, although I do like gold. A gold digger. Accomplish some shizzle. So tonight on Derek's channel, NASCAR Man 3345, more toys, more fun, is the auction. I did put up a preview of some of the items. Wait till you all see, where is it? What else I have for my jewelry ladies in that jar. I mean, I'm doing a jar in a green, cute green jar nonetheless. There's some goodies in there. I'm so excited. Wait till y'all see that. All right. And then I was going to give my bougie bear vintage a little shout out, and along with Cindy. I don't see them in here, but I'll still shout them out. So these right here I bought from April, bougie bear vintage. I love them so much. The last pearls I bought, the smaller studded ones, from Cindy. And the center I had. But they also do an auction on Mondays. They used to start it early, so I'm glad that they decided to change it a little later. That starts at 7, and I'm not sure whose channel it is on tonight, whether it's on April Bougie Bear Vintage or Cindy Loves Jewelry on her channel. But either one, go show them some love, especially if you're into jewelry or just even hanging out. Like Cindy is a wealth of knowledge about jewelry. It is crazy how much I learn every single time I hang out with her. And then, of course, this coming Wednesday, starting at 3:30 Central, I'm going to do a bit of a pop-up sale with my friend Rebecca Kruder, my sister from another mister. We're going to test that out. I know that I could use to make a little bit extra, especially with school supplies being around, being what I need to take on. Man, it is crazy. I love that my children go to a charter school. It's amazing. But the charter school they go to is pro-uniform, which I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, because I am pro-uniform. Those are super expensive. I end up spending it's $300 to $500 per kid to start school. It's crazy how expensive school is. So that will be helpful. And plus, I like to show, to give you guys a chance to buy some cool, unique things as well. And then Friday night, we're going to have so much fun with another episode of The Crazies Come Out, Game Night Edition. And I'm hoping that the Treasure Hustlers, girls, if they watch the replay, I've already asked them a couple times, and they say that they're down to hopefully come live. Won't that be cool? It would be a hoot to hang out with Jackie and Sarah. Y'all know that I love them very much. They are my girls, my girls. Awesome, awesome ladies. And this Thursday is our Thursday show. It is on the Shamrock Pixies channel. And Joy, Be the Difference Clothing, is the guest, which is really cool. I'm excited for you guys to kind of get to know Joy a little bit better. If you don't already, make sure to go sub to her and also check out the show on Thursday. That should be a ton of fun. Oh, there's Shamrock Pixie right now. Did I miss the Thursday show with Joy? Were you reading my mind or something? That's funny. Yeah, and I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. Be here next week, same time, same channel, same living room. Who knows on any of the other times of when I'll be going live. It's a little more random, but at least I gave you guys the ones that I do now. So make sure to count backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and move yo ass. We don't cuss around here. It's Azzzz, folks. Okay, just so you all know. Have a wonderful day. I appreciate all of you. Somebody knocking on my door, and on that note, I'm gonna head out. Bye. Love you all. So long. Farewell. I love every single one of you. The person outside is listening to me sing. To all of you.